The Machine Uprising of Ragol. Who'd have thought our next section of PSO lore government quests would bring us to such a situation? And yet, I'm as ready as you are for the first dive into the next region of Phantasy Star Online. Welcome to the Abyss, folks. My name is Void Money, and today we explore the mines underneath Ragol's surface. As per usual, our tale brings us to the Pioneer 2, where we will head straight to the bridge to initiate things with the bigwigs of our colony ship's crew. Talk to Momoka to get a description of the quest. Why, is there a large-scale facility underneath Ragol? Gee, I don't know. Let's see what the longer description says when we select the quest. Please investigate the strange large-scale facility that was discovered beneath Ragol's surface. Well, that sure was different than the shorter description. Finally, accept the quest and be yeeted into dialogue with Principal Tyrell.
Voidmon 3Y, you're here. Good.
Yeah, I'm here.
The truth is, we've recently confirmed that parts of the cavern are not natural, and in fact are quite clearly man-made.
What, you mean all those doors we found in the previous 4 quests of the caves weren't naturally occurring geological formations?
Following a mine shaft, we discovered a large-scale facility. I need top-rate hunters like you to go and check it out. Who put it there? What was it built to do? Or what is it still doing? I know this is a lot, but please, you must find the answers.
I mean, sure, it is a lot, but when do you ever ask me for small favors?
As always, Irene can give you the details, and as usual, I'm counting on you.
Yeah, on to Irene.
Here are the details. Investigate and report on the facility underneath Ragol. You should be able to find it by going through the mine shaft we found.
Wait, mind shaft?
Please, try to get a general handle on the situation down there. A teleporter has already been set up. You can get to the mine shaft directly from the city here. With all the goings-on that we've encountered with the planet Ragol, we've come to expect the unexpected.
Well, at least you didn't send a crew into their deaths before me this time.
Be careful en route to your destination. That's it. Good luck.
And with that, talk to Science Guy 1.
Perhaps Pioneer 1 built that facility and kept it hidden from us.
Oh, you don't say. Well, how about Science Guy 2?
We still don't know much about what happened to the Central Dome. If they used their materials to build the Central Dome, though, then it's hard to think that the Pioneer 1 could have also built that facility.
Fair point, Mr. Weird Love Child between Majin Buu and Ray Romano. Now, go to the teleport pad in the Pioneer 2 to head to the mines and start the mission. But before you get too far into things, if you aren't subscribed to this channel yet, then what are you waiting for? These Academy Award-winning performances don't run on the vibes of unclicked views. Jeez. Anyway, the first thing you'll notice is that the mines look less like mines than the cave section did, and more like an abandoned factory that's been taken over by robots. Among the robot enemies are Gilchick, who are your basic mindless attack anything on sight drones, plenty of traps that either explode or cause status effects, the Flying Canadine, who are annoying to hit without range weapons or techs, and Cenobeats, which are kind of like robot ninjas. Cenobeats will drop from the ceiling and begin using some beam weapon similar to the blades. Traps are a pretty good way to cover your 6 while you're trying to find the correct Cenobeat. Before long, you'll also come across a superior red version of the Canadine called Kanan, who is kind of like a swarm leader for a bunch of weaker flying guys. You'll also come across the Dub Chick, which is similar to the Gill Chick, except it will reconstruct itself if you don't kill the central brain that keeps it alive. And finally, the Sinnoh Gold, which is similar to the Sinnoh Beat, except he can heal himself. Boo earns! After defeating the Sinnoh Gold, you'll be able to access a computer in the next room, and text will pop up on the screen when you do so. Main computer, access denied. Subcomputer, access granted. 1. Log entry. Then, we'll perplexingly get a prompt whether to read the log entry. Hit yes. Who would even say no?
This is an emergency. Chimera subject Beta 772 has somehow escaped from the laboratory. It'll disrupt Ragol's ecosystem if we don't capture it in time. We must find it. But we're already in danger of something else. We're locked in here to hide from those erratic machines. Shouldn't Pioneer 2 be here by now? Where are they?
Uh-oh. Chimera subject Beta 772 sounds pretty ominous, but at least it's not an alpha. In any case, turn around and leave the room to find the telepad back to Pioneer 2, where you can turn in the quest to Principal Tyrell.
Well, I see. We may be able to get additional data from that underground computer. We'll leave that for the specialists. But...
Hey, keep your butts to yourself.
please, you must trust me on this. If there are machines down there, that means that there has to be sentient life.
Sound logic. Unless they all died.
Something obviously not right now.
Weird way to end, but I'm digging that these segments of beat around the bush dialogue are getting more to the point. On to Irene.
Welcome back. So you were actually attacked by machines down there?
Oh, you should have seen them. One was like that creepy robot made by Honda. Another was kind of like a flying KitchenAid.
Does this mean someone on Ragol had the skill to build them? I still don't understand why they'd be located underground, though.
Or why that computer lab is considered to be a mine shaft. On to Science Guy 1.
Now machines are attacking us? I don't believe this.
O ye of little faith. On to Science Guy 2.
So you were attacked by typical machines then?
Typical? I mean, typical machines to me is like a car or a microwave. These were robots, man.
Is there intelligent life on Ragol besides us?
That remains to be seen.
This is all just so baffling.
Tell me about it. Now talk to Momoka once more to end the quest and get your reward, which, as usual, is nothing. Something is afoot underneath the surface of Ragol. Well, if you haven't guessed already, that is. Yeah, most of this game takes place underground. It really is a certifiable dungeon crawler. But this time, it's machines! Yeah, kind of like the last time, except this time, there's more of them. Do you like what I did there? No? Okay then. Moving on. Our tale for the day begins on the Pioneer 2, where we make our way to the bridge. Speak to Momoka to see and look at Government Quest 3-2, Machines Attack, to see a brief description of the mission. Annihilate the machines that are down in the mines. And as per usual, select the quest for a supposedly more detailed description. Annihilate the machines that have begun attacking everything in the underground mine area. You know, I don't even know why they have these expanded descriptions. It really just says the exact same thing with more words and no extra information. In any case, accept the quest to be yeeted into dialogue with Principal Tyrell.
Thank you for coming, Hunter Voidmon 3Y. As you know, there are hostile machines down in the mines on Ragol. We found a large concentration of them in one area. The Council has decided that something must be done and has ordered the annihilation of this contingent of machines.
Wait a second, Council? Since when is there a council?
I would like you to take care of this.
Well, that's good, because you have a habit of sending ill-equipped nobodies to their deaths.
It is surely dangerous, but I know you won't let me down.
See, blind optimism is nice and all, but you could at least pretend like this colony ship has an entire military platoon at its disposal, which, let's be honest, it probably does.
As always, Irene can give you the details of this mission. I'm counting on you.
Okay, I guess. Let's talk to Irene.
Here are the details for the current mission.
Wait, let me guess. There are machines on the rampage, and you want me to annihilate them.
Destroy a group of machines that have gathered in the mines.
You don't say.
The teleporter has already been set up to take you there. You can get to the mine area directly from the city. I have a feeling that this will be a very intense battle. Make sure that you're well enough prepared for it. And good luck.
Okay then, on to Science Guy 1.
Dr. Osto Heil was aboard Pioneer 1 as the head of research. He was a very famous old scientist who specialized in genetic engineering, but he was also well versed in all fields of scientific study.
A real Da Vinci type, eh?
Was he down in that underground facility, or perhaps elsewhere?
Gee, who knows about this new character we've never even heard of before until now? On to Science Guy 2.
The machines attacking you seem to be mostly made for construction. Someone must have sent them to attack the facility.
Maybe it was Dr. Osto Heil, the geneticist and jack-of-all-trades scientist?
That's my opinion, but until we find some of the people from Pioneer 1, that's all just conjecture.
Hey, Rome wasn't built in a day, and conjecture away? Anyway, as per Irene's details, we could take the teleporter straight to the mines too. But before you get into that, why not consider subscribing if you haven't already? I'm on the path to getting 1,000 subscribers, and every single viewer who took the time to get this far in the video and doesn't subscribe makes me cry a little. And you don't want to hear me cry, it's really pathetic. Anyway, the Mines 2 section is a little bit different than Mines 1. It's a bit more grungy looking, and there's more hostile robots, including these annoying missile launching guys called Garans. You can circle around them when they fire missiles if you have the space, and the missiles will blow up eventually, causing anything in their blast radius AoE damage, including the robot that fired them. It's a pretty nifty way to deal with them. Just be aware of any Gilchick, Cenobeats, or Canadine who might crowd around them. After you spend a while navigating this section of the mines, you'll come to a closet with a whirly teleporter in it, and you can take that to a new area of the map. There will be another area with plenty of Dubchick and a Sinew Gold, after which will be a room with 4 pedestal switches. Once all your party members stand on a switch, you'll teleport once more. In the new room, you will be confronted by a horde of machines who will keep respawning until they don't. Great description, right? Okay, there will be an emergency alert once you kill the last one.
Emergency alert, activating block 053, emergency defense system. All personnel, please withdraw immediately. Repeat, all personnel, please leave the area immediately. Emergency, escape the mines before time runs out.
You will then be given 5 minutes and 50 seconds to escape the mines. Sounds easy, right? Wrong! If you don't know the way out, you will do this quest again and again and again until you get it right. This part of the quest is legitimately actual horse so I implore you, watch a walkthrough of this part if you want to do it. But here's a general bit of help. Go to the room with all the laser walls, turn off the switch, and then wander around until you find the big long room with the Garans, Sinew Gold, and Cenobeat, along with a bunch of annoying traps. That room has a teleporter in it, which will bring you to yet another teleporter. Well, if you turn around, before you go to that teleporter, you'll see a computer that's very annoyingly hidden behind your back. Interact with it, and then you can finally wander your way over to the red telepad. The map is unfortunately very confusing, and characters don't run very fast. There's also a bunch of traps along the way. This could take you several tries, and if so, you'll unfortunately have to go all the way through the rest of the quest again. But if you do manage to make it to the red telepad, then as usual, it takes you back to the Pioneer 2, where you can hand in the quest to Principal Tyrell.
Thank you very much. You did exactly what I've come to expect from you.
But dude, how did you even know? I just got in the door. I haven't even had time to tell anybody about how it went.
If left unchecked, those machines could have posed a huge threat to us.
Yeah, we've seen plenty of movies on the subject. Good thing we don't have any intelligent robots already living among us.
I may call upon you again, Voidmon 3Y. Until then, continue to own your excellent skills.
Excellent. Then on to Irene.
Welcome back. I'm glad to see that you made it back safely. Why don't you go and rest up a bit for now?
Alright, sounds good. And if you happen to head over to Science Guy 1 and 2, you'll actually see that they just repeat their dialogue from earlier. I guess the writers took the day off for this quest. And with that, you can head over to Momoka to hand in the quest and be yeeted back into the lobby. Which brings us to our familiar conclusion, my friends. Between the rampaging dragon under the central dome and the altered beasts created by Derola in the caves, It seems like something isn't quite right underneath the surface of Ragall. I hear you saying, "You don't say." After traveling halfway across the galaxy, braving the abyss, and stumbling through the void between stars, only to be bested by the disastrous wilderness of Ragall, we eventually found our way into the mines, where rampaging machines became yet another adversary we had to contend with. But the question remains, who or what put the renegade machines up to this dastardly duty? Well, if we head to the bridge of the Pioneer 2 to speak with Momoka, we might just find out. Scroll down to Government Quest 3-3, Central Control, to read the description.
Find the control room to the underground facility.
Seems easy enough. Select the mission for a more detailed description.
There must be some sort of central control room to the underground facility. Try to find it.
And of course, if you accept the quest, you will be yeeted into dialogue with Principal Tyrell.
Thank you for coming, Voidmon 3Y. As you well know, we're still under attack by those hostile machines in the mines of that underground facility.
Have you ever considered just leaving the robots alive and staying on the surface?
We still don't know who built them or why they keep attacking us.
The previous question still applies.
We think there's gotta be some sort of central control room there. If we find it, maybe we'll get some answers. I need hunters like you in order to seek it out and find it.
That's a really convoluted way to say you want me to do it.
We can't afford to dally. Time is of the essence.
Then stop being so long-winded.
As always, Irene can give you the details. I'm counting on you.
No pressure, right? On to Irene.
Here are the mission details. Your orders are to search the facility for a central control room.
They really like the use of multiple redundancies. Maybe Malaysian Airlines should hire them.
A teleporter has already been set up for this purpose. You can go down to the mines directly from the city. The mines are still full of those mechanical enemies, though.
See? More redundancy.
Be on your guard and search for the central control room. That's it. Good luck.
Alright, and now for Science Guy 1.
After analyzing the data on those mechanized foes you fought, I now know they contain Pioneer 1 technology, but they've been remodeled.
I love a good makeover.
Now it's someone else's job to discover exactly how they got this way. But I'm scared. I fear for our lives.
Anyway, on to Science Guy 2.
Pioneer 1 machines remodeled to attack us. Don't you think that this is some kind of warning?
I feel like the explosion that was visible from outer space when we arrived was more of a warning, in all fairness. Usually warning signs come before the danger. In any case, if we mosey on our way to the teleporter, it will take us to the Mines 1. There won't be anything particularly out of the ordinary. As per expectations, you will fight all the same enemies in the previous sections of the mines, making your way to the Mines 2, and eventually coming to the telltale big red telepad that brings us to the boss. Once you go through the telepad, you'll find yourself in a central control room, just like the mission described. A little device will pop out of the ceiling before an alien face appears on one of the monitors, and then combat will commence. The alien face is named Vol Opt, and will move clockwise throughout the room from one section of monitors to another. When the monitors turn red, you can attack them. Otherwise, the weird pillar in the middle is attackable, and will drop down into the center of the room once you do enough damage. You can still continue to damage it at this point, though. Furthermore, the pillar will respawn, as well as trigger other pillars throughout the room, which it can use as relays for a lightning bolt attack that will paralyze you. If you're unlucky, the pillars will also occasionally shoot fireballs or freeze you. With all that considered, continue attacking the red monitors until all the monitors in the room are destroyed. That will complete Phase 1 of the boss. Yes, you heard right, I said phase. The room will be destroyed, along with all of the computers, and the floor will become all cracked and glowy as the upper half of a giant robot descends into the room. The giant robot is Vol Opt's last line of defense. From the center of the room, the boss will shoot missiles out of its back, as well as target you with lasers from one of its sides, which will cause a giant column to crush you if you don't move out of the way. From the boss's opposite side, it will also be able to heal itself, which we always love to see enemies do. Meanwhile, the front of the boss will shoot a homing beacon that traps the targeted player in a stone prison for a little while before doing massive damage. If you do enough damage to Vol Opt, its robot arms and rear missile launcher will fall off before it eventually is destroyed completely once it has no HP left. As usual, collect loot before taking the red telepad back to Pioneer 2. Make your way to the bridge once more to talk to Principal Tyrell and hand in the quest.
You think you've made it to what you believe is the main computer? There are so many strange things going on here.
Weird punctuation, but yes.
I'm responsible for over 30,000 lives on the Pioneer 2. Should we just give up and leave Ragall now, before it's too late?
That's probably not the best idea, considering our home planet was a bit of a dump too. Which, by the way, if you want more info on, check out the Pioneer Project video I made a while back. It gives a nice little breakdown of the events leading up to PSO. In any case, please continue, Principal Tyrell.
But there's no other planet to settle on. We need a home.
Welcome to life as a millennial.
Splendid, as always. Please accept a reward for your accomplishments.
Nice. All these thank yous and good jobs don't put food on the table, you know.
Speak to Irene. She'll give it to you.
Give it to me, Irene.
I'll keep you in mind for future jobs as well.
Wow, way to sing my praises in the streets after all I've done for you.
I look forward to seeing more of your skills in action.
Okay, on to Irene.
Great work as always. Here, let me give you this reward item. I hope that you're able to make good use of it.
You got a slicer plus 15? Nice, now that's what I'm talking about. Next, talk to Science Guy 1.
Everything down to the main system went berserk and attacked, huh? These incidents just keep defying common sense.
If only there were another set of missions to give us more detail.
Was there a hidden motive behind the Pioneer Project?
Once again, I guess you'll just have to watch my other video to find out. Next, talk to Science Guy 2.
Now we know for sure that Ragall is far too dangerous to settle on.
I mean, we could just not live in the mines, right?
And the people of Pioneer 1 are all dead.
I guess that's something that's a little more difficult to get over.
We've got to get as far away from this planet as we possibly can, now!
Keep it together, man. And with that, we can finally talk to Momoka to wrap up the quest, and once again be yeeted into the main lobby. And with that, my friends, we have wrapped up the mine segment of the government missions. Who knows what we'll encounter on our next installment of PSO lore. Until then, folks, have fun and stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!